In the battle of the bad, the Broncos win, losing to the Jets 31-21 thanks to a second-half collapse that falls squarely on Sean Payton's shoulders.
And he goes!
He's pretty good, isn't he?
Hey Broncos country, I'm Lori Lattimore-Volkman, and this is The Roundup.
Wilson, wide open man, and it's a touchdown for Adam Troutman. Wilson looking down the field, and it is attempt. Wilson lost the football! Rolling towards the sideline, picked up by the Jets! It's Hall! And he goes!
It's another loss and another round of the most depressing press conferences ever. Even the overalls could count.
Obviously, disappointing loss.
After getting the first touchdown on a McLaughlin 38-yard TD run and fighting for and surviving a 13-8 halftime lead, the Broncos decided that 3 3-and-outs in the third quarter was a good idea. And they let Breece Hall run 72 yards for a touchdown on the Jets' first play of the drive in the second half.
On first down, it came to Breece Hall, right up the middle, and there he goes! Breece Hall into Denver territory, and he's got a Hall pass to the end zone!
Incredible collapse. Then just 2 plays after the Broncos' special teams recovered a muffed punt, the offense decided to cough up the ball, putting the defense in dire straits once again. Surprisingly, the defense held up pretty well, keeping the Jets mostly to field goals on its multiple trips to the red zone. With just over 7 minutes to play, the Broncos offense came alive with a touchdown pass to Adam Troutman in the back of the end zone. A 2-point conversion left the game 24-21, Broncos with a chance for the win. Facing a driving Jets team once again in the red zone, Pat Surtain came up with a huge interception inside the 10, giving the Broncos some life and a chance at a comeback. But with 30 seconds to go and sitting at midfield, Russell Wilson took off with a Quinnen Williams chasing him down, hitting him from behind and pushing the ball out of his hands and into the waiting hands of Breece Hall, who scooped the ball and scored the game-sealing touchdown. Russell Wilson completed 20 of 30 passes for 196 yards and 2 touchdowns, while the Zach version of Wilson had 199 yards and no TDs. But the difference was that the Jets' running game was successful and their turnovers were not costly.
The part that I'm frustrated with myself is that we became one-dimensional, and I know better. So I have to be more patient relative to how we run the ball, and it was that type of game. But when you look at the fumbled exchange on the reverse, the fumble late in the game, the fumbled punt, it's hard to win games like that. And
so even a day the defense had a takeaway by Surtain, 2 sacks from Benito, 1 from Zach Allen and 1 from Elijah Garcia, and a recovered muffed punt, the Broncos defense couldn't stop Zach Wilson, and the Broncos offense couldn't outscore him. Jets win 31-21, and Nathaniel Hackett walks out of Mile High a winner for the first time. It was mind-numbingly depressing.
Obviously, disappointing loss. The first half of the game, I felt like we defended the run well. Then in the second half, some of the motions, some of the gap adjustments we're making, we get caught out of a gap on the long touchdown run. And I never felt like in the second half we defended the run the same way we did in the first half.
This one hurts, and it's a little different because, you kind of got to forget about this one quickly and get ready for Thursday night.
Get ready to go on a Thursday night game on the road against a division opponent and go get it. And that's got to be our mentality. That's got to be our focus right now. It's not complicated. It's just I think we've played some really good ball. We want all 3 phases to play together. I think we've done that. We did that in the second half last week. We did that, I think for the first half for the most part this week. I think that's the part that we all have to measure. And I think just little mistakes, that really do matter throughout the game. The game-altering plays that we can really be clean on. When we get momentum, continue that momentum and keep going with it. I think that's the thing. I think we've done a pretty good job of that for the most part, but I think that we got to continue to try to catch fire with that.
So the Broncos sit at 1-4 and head to Arrowhead on Thursday for what is likely to be another bloodbath, which means, Sean Payton, it is time for us to have a come to Jesus talk. You created bulletin board material 3 months ago for this team, and even without Aaron Rodgers, they were able to come in here and beat us at our house. And the loss was mostly on the offense yesterday. While the fumbles are clearly on the players, the red zone scheme and the play calling is on you. And it was atrocious. You are probably a good coach. We have seen a much improved offense on script. But off script, second half, it becomes a disaster. And then you put a target on the Broncos' back with your arrogance and haven't followed it up with action. And you need to fix that.
This one hurts. We didn't play well. No one's going to hand it to you. Not in this league, and I think we all know that.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Go Broncos. While the defense struggled to contain Breece Hall, outside of the 72-yard touchdown run, it was trying its best.